Guys, it's Bobby. I'm at Proctor's Ledge here in Salem, Massachusetts, where I guess it was called Witchcraft Hill at one point, before it was kind of lost to time. But this is where 19 innocent men and women were hanged, so including my 10th great grandmother, Martha Corey. So this is the ledge here, and pretty much what they did, there were trees up there at one point that still are trees, but there were trees with big enough branches to hang people on. I think they brought them down the street there where you see cars going by. Brought them up the street, up the side of the hill there, by horse and cart. Put people on the back of a cart, had the horse take them up the hill here, and tie one end of the noose, the rope, to a tree branch, the other end of the person's neck, and just kind of pull the cart out from under them. So pretty sick stuff, pretty sad stuff. These poor people done nothing wrong, and just this kind of political reasons, and people being scared of, the devil and all that at the time, supposedly possessing people, and all kinds of reasons. I think people wanted to get land that these poor people had, and the way to get rid of them was to accuse them as being a witch, and do away with them. So anyway, that's it's a rock right here. It's a pretty big rocky ledge, and those trees were up there, and they'd hang them and then pretty much kick them down the hill here when they were done with them. I've heard stories that they may have put some of these people in like a shallow grave. I don't know where it would have been, around here somewhere at the base of the hill maybe, or how deep the soil is up there, but from what I've heard, it's not very deep to bury people. But we're going to take a little walk up the side of the hill here and see where it was all done. As I said, here with my mom, took a trip to Massachusetts with my mom. We have Martha Corey, as I said, is my 10th great grandmother. She was killed here. Her husband Giles Corey was the only one who 19 people were hung up here. Giles was pressed to death at the what is now the Howard Street Cemetery. They put a wood door on him, dug a little pit, had him stripped naked, lay in this pit, put a wood door over the top of him, and over the course of 2 or 3 days, some big strong guys would come and put rocks on top of, put stones on top of this door that was on top of Giles, and pretty much just, until he suffocated to death. But I think the man was 80 years old, and had about probably close to a couple thousand pounds of weight on top of him. So you imagine how horrible and slow that death was. And anyway, we wanted to come here, also go to Boston on this trip. I have some Revolutionary War ties in Boston. The 6th great grandfather is on his name's on the Bunker Hill Monument. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys the real Gallows Hill. It's not really a gallows because they were, as I said, hung from tree branches. But as you can see, there are quite a few trees in this area here. Don't want to bother anybody back here. There are some homes, residential neighborhood right behind this hill, so we won't bother anybody. Hopefully they just see me as a tourist taking this video, and no, I'm not up to no good or anything. I see people have partied here a little bit, some empty bottles, and I even saw a syringe up here, so that's no good. But I just wanted to come here and pay my respects, not just to my 10th great grandmother Martha Corey, but to everybody who was killed back in 1692. So, as I said, it's a horrible, horrible thing, but I think it's important that we don't forget. You know, don't make the same mistakes. But not exactly sure where the tree that they used stood, or maybe it was multiple trees, but this is the general area. They just brought him up the side of the hill, as I said, right here, somewhere right around here, and by horse and cart, and just killed him like it was nothing, and pretty much kicked him down the hill right here. There's a story. Rebecca Nurse, she was one of the women who was killed, and her son Benjamin, he rode his boat 6 miles from their homestead, and this whole area here that is now a Walgreens used to be Bickford's Pond way back in 1692. And Benjamin rode his boat to the base of the hill here. Let's see if we can take a look down there. So he rode his boat pretty much to the base of the hill, right down here, and got his mother's body in the dark of night. That was the only way to do it, because if the family came to claim the body, to come get their loved one's body after they were killed, they too could also be either punished or killed for doing that. So kind of sad situation there. He luckily was able to get his mother's body and bring her back home to give her a proper burial. And a few of them, I believe, a few of the families are rumored to have gotten their loved ones' bodies, but there were several, probably the majority anyway, who probably around here somewhere. I don't know where, but who were never able to be claimed. And I think it's important that, I know they don't want to create too much tourist or tourism traffic or whatever, probably around here, especially for these people whose homes are built right behind here. But I think it's important maybe put a little plaque or something on the side of the hill down here to pay tribute, to remember these people who were killed in such a horrible way. I mean, it's a big part of American history, though. I mean, it was before, of course, the country was even a country, but it still happened here on this land, and it's important to never forget that. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to kind of give you a look around, tell you a little bit of the history that I do know. Just kind of take a little walk through here. And I'll turn the recorder off pretty quick here, but if anybody's interested in this subject, I suggest reading up on it, definitely. If you do come to the site, be respectful. Don't don't throw your garbage around. Don't be doing stuff up here, to make the to make the grounds messy or anything, you know, or any kind of crime. You know, move that stuff out of here, because you know, this is all we have left of a lot of these people. I mean, there is the old burying ground or burying yard that is also here in Salem, and there are benches commemorating, you know, paying tribute to each one of the victims who was killed. And you know, maybe that's the way to go. You know, just go and see those. But go see those benches. I saw them yesterday. Saw them back in 2009 when I was here. But this is a new development, guys. This not new. Sidney Purley actually first suggested this was the spot for you know, the murders, or for the hangings, you know, almost 100 years ago. I think around back around 1920, or in the 1920s, he suggested that this was probably the spot that it all happened. But you know, they never really confirmed it. He didn't have enough back then to confirm it, and luckily there was a group here who you know, with today's technology, was able to definitely say and verify that this was the place. So happy that they did that, so we know where it was, and just so we know where to, you know, come. If you guys, like I said, if you want to come here and not create too much of a, you know, traffic jam, you know, just to pay your respects to these people. You know, I'm glad we finally have a spot to do that. The real spot. You know, if you don't want to just go to the benches. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, I think that's enough of that. You know, it's a very historical place, and God bless these people who went through that, their families. I mean, all these years later, it's just such a horrible thing. I can't even imagine. So until next time, you guys have a good day, and see what else I can find for you. Talk to you later.